Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Umbrella Academy. This is episode 3, season 3. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed the first 2 episodes. So it's interesting because, you know, we're in another timeline. There's the Sparrow Academy. We've obviously got the Umbrella Academy, and it seems like the Sparrows are much superior in this, you know, in this timeline. But the interesting thing is, yeah, their academy has got like some balls, some orbit, some fire flame burning in the basement, pretty much, and it's hit. You know, like it's hit the city, and as it's repelled back in, it's pulled in. It seems to be animals. It's happened 3 times now where it's like rifted out and it's sucked back in. And it actually took number 1 from the Sparrow Academy. So they retaliated thinking that the Umbrellas, they took theirs. So they took Luther, the number 1 of them. And they were saying, look, mate, we took you, you took ours, we'll do a trade. Well, obviously, the Umbrella, they have no idea that Luther was taken. They don't really pay much attention. They don't have a structure like these do. They don't have a ranking. They're just all over the place, aren't they? Now, Salone, who's obviously part of the Sparrows, she's actually, like, interested in Luther. She seems to really like him. They ended up actually kissing at the end of the episode. But, obviously, she was speaking to him. She was saying that if she had the choice, she would leave the Sparrow Academy. She wants to explore the world. She wants to venture out and experience it. You know, she don't like really the structure and the rules that she has to follow right now. And obviously, you know, it's different, like I said, with the Umbrellas. They do whatever they want. They go wherever they want. They don't listen to each other. Now, he told her that he's been to the moon, and she's saying it was, like, really cool, and he was, like, really happy about it because nobody ever thinks it's cool. So that's pretty good. I actually do like them two together. And that was well deep with Allison. She went to see and find the daughter, didn't she? She thought she successfully done it. She went to the house. She went in together. And she's not there. She's not real. In this timeline, she doesn't exist. So she's absolutely devastated, you know. It's not going well for her, honestly, at the start of this season. Now we have Vanya. No longer Vanya, it's Victor. Yeah, she's now transitioned over to match, obviously, the transition in real life. And the show done it really well, actually. They integrated it, just come right in. Nobody bat an eyelid. Nobody really cared. And we just rocked and rolled with it. So that's going to be interesting going forward. I do apologise, obviously, for mixing names up. Obviously, getting used to it. Jumping in, obviously, we can have 2 seasons of, obviously, a different name. Now, Stan, I believe that's Diego's kid's name. He seems pretty decent. They was both in the store. They was buying some, you know, medicine for his ear treatment, and they end up running into some of the Sparrows. They end up scrapping, fighting Diego. Every time he punched the guy, he hurt himself. We're seeing that's what it happens. Stan's gone over, grabbed the knife and launched it. It's cut the guy's leg, but cut Stan as well. So the guy's not, you know, he's not bothered about scrapping. And obviously, you can add to me anyway. You can definitely tell that that's Diego and Lila's kid. We also had Klaus and 5. This is the biggest taking drawing point from the episode is that they went on a road trip. Klaus wanted to find his mother. He pretty much found some information from Reginald's office when he was younger, and he's held on it for so long until the right moment to go and find his birth mum. Well, it turns out that they're actually Amish, and he's gone there. He's tried to find her. Turns out she's died, but her sister's there, and she ran over and she gave him a book, and inside that book was obviously dates and deaths, obviously, of all of the Umbrella Academy's parents. And what's really interesting that 5 pointed out is the parents died before the kids were born. So pretty much, you know, the death date is prior to their birth date. So that's madness, mate. It's really interesting, and honestly, I can't wait to see what we have going here. So that's where we currently are. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy today's episode. If you do, please smash the like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you do. And as always, let's jump into episode 3 of season 3 of The Umbrella Academy.
Paradox Protocols, the complete commission guide to temporal anomalies. Elmer blames everything on his grandfather, his mother's pain, his father's death, and his own sad life. Elmer is about to invent time travel. Elmer has decided the key to his future happiness is to go back in time and kill his grandfather. Elmer completed his mission, but he's made one crucial mistake. Murdering his grandfather in 1905 meant that Elmer's mother didn't exist to meet his father in 1920. Elmer killed his grandfather, so his mother was never born. His mother was never born, Elmer no longer exists. The grandfather paradox. The commission will make certain nothing like this ever happens.
Sparrows and the Umbrellas. That was interesting, that, actually, to follow along. Look at him going out with his drink. He's got his gift bag and everything.
How much, Chief?
$2. Oh, and condoms for sex.
He's getting an extra large. And it's took the whole park, actually. It's not just taking the animals.
Well, shit.
It's from Luther's original timeline, and it's taking everybody out from this one with it.
Now is not the time to be doing karate, okay?
Yeah, well, Mom said I need to practice.
Yeah, well, she's not wrong.
Things have started to disappear.
What things?
Right now, lobsters.
And a shit ton of cows.
Let's go attack the sparrows, get the briefcase, and go home.
This is our home, Allison. Accept it.
Five, where are you going?
Go talk to somebody who only has half her head up her ass.
We need to find out who did this. This is the thing. This is the main thing.
Wait, is that all you want?
Yeah.
Because it's obviously Dad, all right?
I actually don't think it was Reginald, but I do think he could kill innocent people, but I don't think it was.
Pal? I was being held captive. You should see their gym. Outstanding. I really think we got these guys all wrong.
It was the wind.
Who's the kid?
He's a kid. He's well sleeping there. It's funny, Luther, like, he does seem quite... I actually think that Luther seems dead chirpy this season. Obviously, he's just been with what's it called now? I totally forgot Salone. But, you know, I definitely misread this blast situation. You know, the first episode, the dog went, but obviously number one did as well. So, like, I just kind of thought maybe he had some sort of animal connection. I know it might sound daft, but that was all that had to go off. And then the next episode, yeah, we did see animals. It was all the cows and the lobsters. So I thought it was some sort of, you know, association with them. But then hearing this one, boom, mate. Well, I said it might be Polo, you know, just a bit of banter thrown in there for number one. But here now, people are missing. So I definitely didn't really, you know, like read that right.
What are you doing in here?
Shaving my nest, you little perv.
They're gonna call a truce, aren't they? Hey.
All right, enough.
What do you know about the grandfather paradox?
Well, I read the same training manuals as you did.
Hand over your briefcase. I need to go to Herb and find out how he let things get so cocked up.
Go on, give it a go. You try yours.
That's why she's stuck.
Try mine.
I was your age. I was up at dawn. All right. I was training, honing my skills, becoming a real man.
Right, is that why you wear those tight pants?
What's more important than us?
There is no us, Diego. For you, it's been a couple days. For me, it has been over a decade.
Wait, what am I supposed to do with him, huh? I got important shit going on too.
Figure it out, Diego. Dear Dad.
All the people on the street just disappeared?
Well, no, not all of them. Just half of them.
What if we just told the truth? Marcus is gone, and maybe we're partially responsible.
I should probably come along. You know, for protection.
Your ass is staying here.
What's he sipping on there? Just standard water or what? Like, is it special?
First Marcus, now they're grabbing civilians off the streets.
Number two. I suppose that means you're number one now.
Marcus is missing. I'm taking the reins.
You mind if I clean up?
Do it quickly.
They don't respect her, did they? Not like the Umbrella Academy do.
You know I respect Marcus.
Of course.
I would do anything to protect him.
Sure.
But we've been numbers 2 and 3 for far too long.
So how do we handle the umbrella situation?
They bring Marcus back, so be it.
Marcus isn't coming back. God took him.
God. God is in the basement.
I'd go down and have a look anyway. I don't know. If she said something like that, I'd just check. Checking the names, look. Checking he's after 5. But he actually used his right name, not an alias, it looks like.
Where the fuck is Marcus?
Safe. For now.
We want to make things right with you.
By
and-
kidnapping our brother.
No,
Yes.
that's...
What he's trying to play?
There's a lot more going on here. We caused a paradox, and that paradox is swallowing things.
The briefcase for our brother.
Now he's playing, he don't really know what's going on.
Hotel Obsidian, 4 o'clock sharp.
See, to me, Ben's play, I don't know what he's getting at, because it seems like he wants to be first in command now, you know, he's kind of, I feel like deep down he's like happy that Marcus is gone, do you know what I mean, so he can step up and be the number one. Seems like they really care compared to, obviously, the Umbrellas, like, technically, would you say 5's the number one? I would say 5's the number one, but like, there's no real rank, is there? Like I said, they just do anything, whatever they want. They didn't even know Luther was missing. Yeah, we do. Oh, I'm glad you're safe. You know what I mean? They haven't even got a clue. They're actually not bothered. Where these guys, they want a chain of command. They want people to run. They want to be in charge. They was even going to fight each other there, wasn't they? He's going to kill one of us, you know, one of her birds. So, again, it's interesting. It was interesting how Alison was playing that off. Yeah, we've taken him. And then, obviously, You know, we have Victor, he was saying no, you know, like, basically, I like how they said that we cause a paradox, pretty much. We've come in, it's swallowing. That is a good word, mate. You know, it is swallowing things. That's what I was trying to think. I was saying it's pinged the rift and it's dragged things in, but it's swallowing them. I like it. Hopefully I remember to use that, because that's what it's done. And it's not just animals and creatures now, it's people and massive amounts.
Oh, it takes me back.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
What? You were losing them. I'm an actor. I improvise.
Well, superb performance, Helen Mirren, but we don't have Marcus.
Yeah, well, they don't know that. And for the first time in days, I'm feeling hope, so please don't step on that.
We do things together from now on. Got it?
There's definitely going to be another improvisation coming in there.
Stop trying to get rid of me. Everyone tries to do that.
Maybe just try being less annoying. Go somewhere for a few hours.
Where's he sneaking into?
How about you? How did you get in here? Did you kill our moms? Moms? Please just tell me whether or not you killed them, and then I'll leave, I promise. Do I look fit to murder anyone?
Yo, do you reckon they drug him to make sure that they stay in charge?
What is this?
Doesn't concern you, old man. We say sign, you sign.
That's really interesting. I did pick up that he wasn't in command when the #1 was here.
Woo! Jesus, Reggie, you stink. Tell him the robot to give you a bath.
It's interesting. He's not in charge. They just made him sign something. I don't know what it was.
Sweet Jesus.
Grace, is this what took Marcus?
He went right up and touched it. Brazen man. The light of the Lord is too much for mere mortals.
Yeah, I was 99% sure that wouldn't work.
Listen, on your own, your little jumps are rather pathetic. You killed my birth parents.
Fair enough. The handler was going to kill you, Lila. She did kill you. Then I rolled back time. You're leading Diego on his payback for what happened in Texas. You're pissing up the wrong ladder there. Because that idiot may actually love you. There is a certain honesty and white-hot hatred.
Then come over here, god-awful little shit.
But he's not chatting there though, 5, was it? She was. The handler was going to go and kill her. If it wasn't for him, they all wouldn't be here right now. I know, like, they might think he's annoying and, like, you know, he said that he wants to be retired, but obviously, like, he's back in the game now because he's got to get this case going. But they have to, you know, be thankful that if it wasn't for 5's little jumps, yeah, they wouldn't actually be here, because he's gone back in time to prevent, obviously, the deaths of all the family and Lila, so that, obviously, was it the Swedes that could come in and they could actually take the handler out. If that process didn't happen, then she wouldn't be here right now. So I understand that she's mad that the family stood around and obviously the handler's been killed. And I understand that she might have some resentment against obviously 5 and Diego, because obviously he's part of their crew. But the thing is, yeah, like he's just said, which was deep, is that the handler never loved you. You was pretty much, you was just a unit. You was an assassin. You was someone that was picked and plucked and trained so that she could do a dirty work with you. Where someone like Diego, he just actually just loves you. Like, no matter how much you're pushing him away, no matter how big the absence has been, the guy still wants you. So, like, do you know what I mean? There's a different type of love, and you can tell that it got to her there. Now, it's funny that you know what, right? I would actually love Delorious to somehow get into this show. Just let him be happy with her at some point. You know what I mean? Like, because we seen the vision of when one of the girls, the one that spit stuff out and it hit him and he could see the mannequin. And then she transitioned to like a really beautiful woman. And it's like, you know, consistently through the 3 seasons, he has been all for Delorious.
Making a mixtape?
He's making a mixtape.
Dude, I got that parenting thing down. I've been working on our defense.
Vanya and Allison handled it.
Vanya's Victor now.
What else did I miss while I was kidnapped?
Not everything is about you.
I met someone, okay? And I thought, you know, maybe she'd like some curated songs that just so happen to express what's in my heart. Our family could just behave ourselves for once, then we can all work together, and Sloan and I can fall in love.
You guys had gravity sex.
Imagine that, mate. That'd be well weird, wouldn't it?
You got no secrets.
You might say we were dancing on the ceiling. That one's going in.
He was just there, Diego, until he just grabbed that tape.
So what's my job here and how much you pay him?
It's the study, the inside of this elevator, okay?
All right.
Until I get back.
Never turn your back, my boy.
Give them your all, but it's too much. It's pills in the porridge and something extra in the tea.
I feel like scoop after scoop after scoop's been taken out of me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you want some ice cream? Yeah, I do.
He needs to take a shower though, he's still covered in shit, innit?
Pills. If you don't want to take them, all you have to do is just pop to the side.
I didn't care for you when last we met, but I must admit you're growing on me.
This guy loves listening to random stuff, doesn't he? Like, it was bees last time. He's just listening to himself eat. It's well weird, isn't it? Like, if he was in the other seasons, I can't remember, but he seems well strange.
Did we say something? You know, I mean, make a formal gesture or welcome him as brothers.
Roll with him, man. Don't say anything and don't be weird. Luther wants to throw you a big stupid party so you feel loved. Do you feel loved?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I do.
Good. You are.
I'll see you later.
See you later. Did you say Oblivion? Is that one of the sparrows singing? That's the mum. The mum singing again. Look at Klaus. I'd be stepping away as well. I will be. Right, first of all, what is going on? Like, what is that? Honestly, like, I still have no... Like, I like how she said that it's pulling things into it. It's, you know, but, like, what actually is it? It still looks like just a ball of flame. Like, she's calling it, like, God, the Lord. But, like, it looks like it's getting bigger and bigger. And what's all this tribal stuff that she's writing on the floor? And what language is she speaking? Has she got a connection towards it? Do you know what I mean? Or is she just making it up? Like, I know that she's not like a real person, and maybe it's getting affected, like, you know, like a booter system, a computer system is getting messed up, but I actually have no idea what it is. It is interesting, but I hopefully it gets a name soon so I can address it properly.
So stupid. Power up, shithead. Then get this right, or it's you and me in the Stone Age forever!
Oh, brilliant idea, Lila. Welcome to the Ice Age.
Look at it, the weather's well bad, isn't it?
What do we do when the sparrows get here?
Just follow our lead.
Nice try. We don't take orders from you.
I like how they've got costumes, it makes them look like a big deal.
Oh, run!
Molotov this, bitch!
Go on, Stan.
Stanley! Not now!
Oh. Whoa. Oh, he saved her, Lisa. Oh, really? Like, they died, them ones. The ones that got hit in the blast look like they've actually died. What?
Whoa.
Yeah, mate, that was crazy.
Oh my god. Harlan?
Wow, okay, so that's really interesting. Harlen. Can you remember anyone called Harlen? Like, it's getting me this one, like, because I feel like, well, she knows who it is. Who else have we seen kind of blow up? Is it that little kid from last season? Sissy's kid. What was his name? He was strong, wasn't he? Maybe it's him. Like, they jump timelines, aren't they? You know what I mean? And, like, you know, Victor recognises who he is. Never said anything, but he's well old now. Like, proper old. Like, before, he was like a kid, maybe 10, 12. Now he's like 50, if that is him. Really powerful, though. Did you see that blast at the end there? It looks like he's killed 2 of the people from the Sparrow Academy. So, like, if you look at them, the almighty Invincibles, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got Malcolm gone, mate. He's been tucked into the red sphere. You've got 2 of them that have just been absolutely, looks like, been burnt alive, mate. Literally there. 3 of them have escaped, and 1 of them, the one alone that, obviously, Luther's enjoying time with right now, he kind of fell on top of her. He might have, like, hurt her and knocked her out. But, yeah, they ended up running with the legs between their tails away, didn't they? After he's just come in and dominated them. Now, that's really interesting. He's so strong. I was thinking, wonder if that's Victor's dad, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like the same blast as, like, she can do. But now thinking about it, little kid last season had pretty strong powers as well. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see what that conversation is, because that probably would mean that if that's Harlan, then Sissy's dead. You know, like, let's be honest, you got to put that 2 and 2 together. Sissy's dead. So, you know, Victor's not going back to be with her unless they change the timeline again and go back into the past, for example, and then Harlan will go from being an old man to a young kid again. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the context of the show, it would make sense and it could work, but like, it sounds crazy when you actually say it out loud. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. So, very interesting that the briefcases, both of them, are not working, and that is why Lila is still here, obviously in the present with these guys. Now, she's had a good little scrap with 5, to be honest, and I totally forgot that her powers would be able to mimic the person that she's obviously close to around. But no wonder she could get the sparrows coming out of her back last episode to go down and get herself the briefcase, and no wonder when she was in the fight here with 5 that she could mimic his teleportation and obviously ping herself across the room. I was like, wow, she's overpowered. And obviously, that's just my fault for obviously not watching season 2 since obviously it was released. It feels like it's been such a long time. And now trying to guess, you know, Harlan, you know, is that Sissy's son? I'm starting to think it is now. I've obviously just concluded that little outro there. It would make total sense, the reason why obviously Victor would recognise him. Technically, like I say, he's well older than we previously seen him. He was dead young, so... I like how we kind of got the introduction at the start as well about the grandfather paradox. He was kind of saying, pretty much gave the story that obviously this guy was here, he hated his grandfather, he jumped back in time, killed his grandfather, so he never had to see him in the present. But by doing that, he killed him too early, so that means his daughter was never born, which means he was never born, which means how could his grandfather actually get killed? Because he wasn't able to go back in time to kill him, because obviously he was killed before he could give birth to the person that could give birth to that guy. So like, you can get your head around that, which is pretty confusing. It just gives an endless cycle, as 5 was saying, which wouldn't make sense. And it's the constant thing that they're totally going around, and it is the grandfather paradox. So he's saying that that is what's currently happening here, and that's what's in the present. Now you put that story towards obviously the parents of Klaus and obviously everybody else. That seems to kind of be what's happening. Their parents was killed before they was born, which wouldn't make any sense, because then how are they alive? So there's something that associated with the story that was told at the start is going on here with the present. Now, I picked up that Reginald wasn't in charge of the sparrows. Malcolm was. He was the one that was bossing Reginald around straight away when he come. He was like, tell me this and this. All right, you get me that. We'll get this done. We'll go for it. And then obviously he's been pulled into obviously God, so to speak, as the mother keeps calling it, into the basement, as well as now people and animals. They've expanded it. Quite a lot of the city are being taken. Now again, what's really interesting is she's speaking to it. She's writing curses or she's writing symbols all over the floor. Klaus gone down, he's looking at her, then he stepped away. He was having a conversation obviously with Reginald as well. He mentioned something about the Oblivion, obviously the hotel. He's obviously trying to seek answers to whether Reginald actually instructed the death of his parents, and he said, you know, like, do I look like the man that would do that? Now, obviously right now he doesn't, but, you know, he definitely, from the stories that we've seen from him in season 1 and 2, I wouldn't put it past him. But I actually believe that this time that he actually didn't architect, you know, he wasn't the architect of the death of these women. I just think that maybe it's a bigger thing, a greater cause, something that was before Reginald. So it's going to be interesting to obviously see what's going on there. Like I said, mate, you know, the spouse will come in, they chose all out war, didn't they? At the end there, they got smoked off. It looks like 2 of them have been killed. It's crazy. Now, I like Stan. I think he's really interesting. He wants to just be like his dad, doesn't he? You know, Lila's telling him to man up and start being a father. She's had him for 12 years, and you know, it's time for himself. He's given him $8, told him to go and have a good time. He's come back, obviously. He wants to copy him. He's standing there doing the same stance. He wants to know what a petrol bomb is, and he's obviously dropped one and set like the curtains on fire. Now, again, what's interesting with Lila is the conversation she had with 5. You know, she was saying that, you know, your family done this, this and this, and you killed my mum. And he was like, no, mate, technically your mum killed you. If it wasn't for me jumping back a couple of minutes and that was letting the meatball come in and actually kill her, then you would be dead, we would be dead. So you should be thankful. And you actually think that your mum actually love you? No, you got a person here in the present that, regardless of whether you're trying to push them away and be nasty and be mean to them, I think they deep down generally do love you, and you could tell that he was getting to her. She was getting a bit teary-eyed. But they managed to successfully jump together, you know, enhance their powers, both of them, mimic each other and ping through, and they actually have gone back, you know, gone back to the place where they need to go to. It's successfully, you know, they landed into the middle of the snowstorm, but the building was behind them where they had to go. So it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, what they do. They're going to have to get another briefcase and make sure they get back into the same line as, obviously, Luther and co. But, again, you know, it's interesting that Luther is, he seems like he's madly falling in love, actually, with Stallone. And they've left her there. They didn't even try and get a sister. They didn't even try and recover the bodies of the other two, to be honest. He was just like, what? Nah, leave him, let's go. And they ran off. I thought Ben might have played a bigger factor into the season, to be honest, just because, you know, like, Ben's kind of been a character that we've known for the first 2 seasons, and he's always been around Klaus and stuff. And then he's not really number one, is he, in the Sparrow Academy? And then, like, he's not had massive screen time either, really, when I kind of thought that, you know, he might do. And to be honest, Klaus should be able to see, should Klaus not be able to see Ben, his ghost, for the Umbrellas as well? You know, like, there should be 2 Bens. I don't know. Technically, you know, the Sparrow Academy's got 7 and the Umbrella have only got 6 because we can't actually see Ben. Obviously, he's dead, but Klaus can usually see and talk to him. So, again, it's going to be an interesting one to see what we do with him as well. So, that's where we currently are. I hope the guys do enjoy today's episode. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.